One time we was in the basement chopping it up, and the brother had quoted that, bodily exercise profit a little, but godliness profit for all. Of course, because godliness is what we strive for. That's the mastery, that we striving for. But that little bit that it profit, the elder D-Mash cut him off. He said, look, brother, we only know a little bit about the Lord. And look how much we know. Look how far that brought us, bro. Look, man, I work in a certain type of industry where it is what it is, but this body will take you a long way, especially if you got a mind behind it. And just to have that self-restraint in this world where a nigga can't put down a bag of Cheetos or a Sprite, that bodily exercise profit a little bit, man. When you can walk into the room with 10 millionaires and all the women look at you and say, hi, who is that? That's a lot, man. It might sound foolish, it might sound carnal, but I bet you ain't gonna leave with a dry dick and an empty pocket, and I'm gonna just say that raw. You better lift them motherfucking weights. Here it is. You got dudes that the Lord then plagued, and then ultimately, going back to St. John the 9th, I think, what's that, the 9th chapter, who did saying this man, his parents, that he was born blind. You got dudes that the Lord then made blind, man. The Lord then made these niggas crippled, and we understand the judgment, and you had an ability as a young man, a young Israelite man, Yashar Allah, he Prince Power, to really get out here and do the most you can, man. I tell brothers this all the time, man, and other dudes that I train. Say the best thing in this is just like the truth. You don't do too much. You don't do too less. You don't overdo it. But you do as much as you can, as much as you can. You do as much as you can, as much as you can. You got to really... Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah, what's the scripture that helps you when you in the gym, that helps you keep going and endure? That comes to mind.
Oh, it's in Judges when the Lord talked to Gideon. He said, the Lord be with you, O mighty man of valor. That's it, man. The Lord with us, man. Look, that's where this shit started, and that's where it ends. We're in the gym, when I wake up, when I brush my teeth, when I go talk to some raggedy-ass female, it's either the Lord wants you to do this shit or he don't. May the Lord be with you, O mighty man of valor. That's where this shit started and where it ends. These niggas ain't waking up praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They ain't waking up presenting their body as a living sacrifice. The Lord be with you, O mighty man of valor. That in Psalms 144:1, of course. But man, it's a beautiful thing to really get out here in this. And when you see, because a lot of brothers, they put up, and brothers got different spirits. All the scriptures say all things are not for all men. Prove thy soul, see what is good for it. But when you really get out here in these elements, granted, you be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, and you see how these people react to you, and then you got to really understand. I really take it as we really are. We represent the Lord, man. We represent the Lord, man. Like, the Lord really gave us the ability to do this, man. And like I said, he ain't make you crippled. He ain't make you blind. He gave you the ability to be a prince of power. I want niggas to see God when they see me. I want a nigga to see God or the God in me. They're going to know it's something different. The scriptures say wisdom maketh the countenance of a man's face to shine. But going back to your question, oh yeah, Salaki, I got the brother Batakalan here too. Say shalom to the elders and the brothers, man.
Hey, y'all about Shimmy Shorkatah, brother.
I'm the hitman. This is my bodyguard. He around. But that's the only scripture that, that pop up in my head mainly is that with everything I do in life, man, the Lord be with you, almighty man of valor. And even if you fail in it, the Lord wanted your ass to fail to learn. He wanted to beat your ass to learn. But as long as he with you, you good. Whether he beat you, whether he exalts you, you brothers know that as well as if not better, shit, the Lord be with you.
Yeah, so even with that, when you struggle, when you fight and when you lose, when sometimes I think Jake is afraid to lose too.
Yep.
And that's speaking on the mentality of what, again, westernization, man. Be afraid to lose. You speak to a woman and you mentioned it, brother. Some of the black women, some of the nigga women out here, we must say it. A lot of y'all, based on Willie Lynch and all of that, y'all teach your sons to be, what is it? Effeminate, soft. And that goes back to Willie Lynch because they had to do that because once that Jake got buck break, they was like, oh no, not my son. And so they taught their sons to be effeminate. They taught their sons to be so-called well-mannered or nice. When you look up that word nice, what it mean? It means stupid. That's the original definition of the word. So a lot of it is learned by your mothers because who's in the house is usually a single parent household. So weightlifting and things like even learning martial arts, BJJ, and certain things like that, that's not necessarily promoted in your health as healthy, in your household as healthy. That's promoted as something violent, and violence is wrong, and weightlifting is for violent people and gangsters. And but you know, through the spirit, we was always strong. The scripture tell you in Jacob, and when you go back to Genesis 25, what it say about Jacob and Esau? One of the differences.
Yep.
The was it the younger shall be stronger?
Yeah, he said the elder shall serve the younger, but they said there was two manner of people.
Mm-hmm.
The
And one
younger.
was stronger than the other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so here it is, man. As a matter of fact, oh, Bilal, you want to say include something? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. We were always a strong people, man. And one of the first Bible stories I remember hearing about when I was younger was the story of Samson. But Samson was a very strong warrior, you know, and in the gym, he's constantly on my mind, you know. But
Mm,
let me bring this scripture about our king.
that's dope,
This
bro.
this is 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 34. It says, and when there came a lion, now this is King David we're talking about. And when there came a lion or a bear and took a lamb from the flock, I went after him and struck him and delivered him out of his mouth. And if he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and struck him and killed him.
Mm,
So David caught the lion by the mane and killed him, man.
mm,
You know, and remember Samson strangled the lion.
mm-hmm.
And we all know how powerful lions are. Hey, brother, I don't care how strong we think we are today. We ain't strangling no fucking lion, bro. That's
Facts.
just ain't happening, brother. You won't end up a fucking meal. You know what I'm saying? So it shows you, and going into Jacob, you know, with Jacob, we all know Jacob was also King David. You know, we all know his strength, his valiantness that he showed, man. You know, this is a king that led by example. You know, and that's why we give respects to the man. You know, but it shows you the type of the level of strength that we were
Mm,
on back in those days.
mm-hmm.
You know,
And that's
and
what war and combat was. War and combat was
right,
hands on.
right,
And we
bro.
know the Lord is a man of war.
Hmm.
And so it was how many scriptures can we go on just about war? When you go into
Right,
David's mighty men,
that's right.
you know, we
Hey,
went into
brother.
last week at camp, and one of the mighty men he slew so many Philistines, and it says his hand clenched
Yeah,
to
to the
the
sword.
sword, and
He
basically
couldn't let it go.
he couldn't even let it go.